Noxcrew. Hello and welcome to Talkshow Tuesdays. I'm your host DuhShronky, and joining me today is Noxite and Rohoolio.
Hey, that's me.
If you're not familiar with the series, this is more about the talk show, less about the gameplay. In this episode, I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 4. That is my driver. Was my driver.
Fairly sure that's sizest.
And today's topic is drink, drank, drunk, otherwise known as drunk driving, drinking.
Drank.
So, Rohoolio, what's your favourite alcoholic drink?
Oh. You've kind of ruined his day, haven't you?
Yeah, but at least he doesn't have an alcoholic drink to worry about.
Remember, it's not about the gameplay, it's about the talk show. Folks.
But the gameplay does help.
Does help, though.
So, Rohoolio,
hello.
what's your favourite alcoholic drink?
Oh, it would have to be Jägermeister any day. I drink that stuff neat.
What is that?
It's that German beer.
I've heard of it all the time. People always drink it, but I've never drank it myself.
It's the one with the steer. I mean, deer.
Steers.
Deer. Stag.
Deer?
Stag. It's a stag. It
There's a
basically
stag.
tastes like a medical potion. It's kind of grim.
So why is it your favourite?
I don't know. It just kind of has it has the acquired effect that I want when I drink, which is absolute smash.
Feeling like you're in a hospital.
Kind of, yeah. I feel like I'm helping myself whilst ruining myself. So it's kind of a win-win situation.
Okay, that's interesting.
So, do you have any interesting stories while you were drinking Jägermeister?
I have a lot of stories involving Jägermeister. The latest one would have to be my 19th birthday. I had a house party up in Leeds, and all my uni friends came, and all my friends from Sheffield and such. And before the party had really started, I'd already drunk about 70 centilitres of this Jägermeister, which is like 37% or something ridiculous. So within minutes of the party, I was giving someone directions before my fire safety door knocked me out for the first hour of my party.
Oh, I hate when they do that.
Your door knocked you out.
Yeah, my door, the cheeky bastard, swung right into my face.
Are you sure it wasn't you that walked into the door?
See,
I've heard
the
this
great
joke
thing
before,
about Jägermeister is I don't know.
I was walking down the road and suddenly the pavement just came out of the ground and hit me straight in the head.
Yeah, that does happen. It's normally a door when I'm walking around in the pavement, though. I'd be walking to the shop and a door would fly out of nowhere to take me out.
This door just appeared.
I'm getting stalked by these doors.
Revenge of the doors. You ever taken action against the door? Do you ever hit one?
Of course, but at the time I feel like it's a good idea, but in the morning, well, I probably should have just left it.
So, carry on with the story. You got knocked out by the door.
Yeah, so later on,
was it?
when everyone's healthfully inebriated, someone phones an ambulance because one of my friends is asleep on the sofa throwing up. So this ambulance comes and they're all in my room, and the paramedics are like, "He's just drunk, why did you ring us? We'll have to stay for another 20 minutes just to make sure." And I try to get into my room and they pretty much just stood there going, "No, you can't come in." And I'm like, "Well, no, it's my room." And they're like, no. And then as I'm leaving, I hear them all dancing. So the paramedics are just dancing with my housemates in there. Later on in the night, a crack dealer comes and he's like, "Who ordered some crack?" And I'm like, "No one did. Just get out." And then someone kicked down our back wall. So
Is this a real story?
this is a genuine story. This is a genuine story that happened on my 19th. People still talk about it today. It's ridiculous. Absolutely.
That sounds like a crazy American like a party you'd see in American films that never happen in real life.
It's like a very tame Project X.
It sounds like something that would happen in Skins.
Maybe it was.
Sort of. That'd actually make a good Skins episode, though.
It was crazy. It was so fun.
Wow, you're really drunk.
I'm pretty sure this is Harry Potter now.
So drunk he's become delusional and he thinks he's flying.
What the fuck? No, definitely I am flying in this game right now.
All right, Andre, what about your drunk story?
Oh, I have a fantastic one. We're outside this very large shop. It was about 2:00 in the morning. It was a Tesco, actually. And we were outside this Tesco. And some Tescos don't have the trolleys which you have to pay £1 for. You know, they have the ones that you don't pay at all. Fortunately, or unfortunately for Tesco, they had the trolleys which were you didn't have to pay for. So we grabbed one of these trolleys and we took turns to sit in it while the other, threw us around the car park and rammed us into the curb of the pavement. So eventually a police car came up and it was my turn to push the trolley. So me and the guy in the trolley saw this police car and we were just like, oh shit! And then we started running. For some reason, I thought it was a good idea to take the trolley with me. So I was running down a very busy road with the trolley. About 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock. We didn't get caught, thankfully. In the end,
just imagine you like pushing it and then jumping over the handle to like sit in it for a while as it rolls
just go down a hill. Yeah.
As soon as it slows down, you get back out and push it again.
Oh dear. No. Eventually, I did ditch the trolley and we hid in someone's garden while the police car went away. And then we got KFC. So it was an okay night.
I'd say that was an overall win.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But yeah, that's my drunk. So Stefan, have you got any interesting drunk stories?
Yeah, sort of. I'm pretty much always drunk on life and stuff. But I think
don't ever say that again.
No, sorry.
You're the worst kind of person.
I hate you.
Oh God.
You'll die.
I went to the University of Life.
I got a degree in living.
No, I think possibly the weirdest experience I've had drunk was the first time I ever got drunk, which was when I was 14, maybe 13, and we were pretty much amateurs back then, and we got drunk off a whole bottle of gin. There was like 3 of us together, and it was a bottle of dry gin. Oh. And we'd just like gulp it down, and then we'd spin in circles because apparently spinning in circles would make you even more drunk. It did, in a bad way.
That would just make you nauseous.
That's a nauseous thing.
Yeah, but then we were pretty damn drunk, and we ended up doing the typical thing that people tell you not to do when you're drunk, and climb scaffolding. Luckily, none of us fell and died. Thank God, I'm still here.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not really a spoiler-free story, is it?
Guess what happened? Did we die? No, unfortunately we didn't. And, so then, the night progressed, and we ended up being found by these chavs, like a group of them. And we started running away from them because we didn't know who they were. And then we went down this little like back alley place that literally had a dead end. And we were like, oh crap, stuck at this dead end. And the chavs were coming to find us. And we're like, oh my God, what's going on? And they found us, and they were kind of mumbling things. So it was really intimidating. It was like, oh God, they're going to beat us all up. And then suddenly one of them started shouting, Alice? Alice, is that you? And they recognized one of the girls that we were with. So I was like, oh God, thank God. And we're not going to get beaten up. Oh, no. No rape jokes. Let's not make them. Yeah, everything was fine. So they started talking all friendly like, and it was, oh, are you drunk? Lol. And I was like, oh my God, I'm the nerd with the glasses on. They're going to totally beat me up anyway. So I try to like sneak out, like slowly shimmy past them in this little tight alley, and managed to shimmy out and run for my life. And I ran all the way back home. I was like, oh, thank God, I'm okay. Later, the next day, I found out that they all just went on and carried on getting drunk together, and they got loads of free chocolate.
Oh.
And I didn't.
How soul-destroying for you.
I didn't get the free chocolate. So yeah, that was sort of like a time I almost died while being drunk.
Oh, gin can do that.
Wait, so did you run for no reason, or did they like...
Yeah, I ran for no reason. It's one of those things where you run because you think you're in danger, but you're not.
Like across the road.
Yeah,
that's
they
a
ended up
perfect
having
analogy,
a better
I think.
night. A better night without me.
They exchanged you for chocolate.
Yes, pretty much. And they got the chocolate. I was bummed about that. There was another time when we were knock-a-door running. And someone took it so seriously, but this is when we were drunk. They took it so seriously that she called her husband, and his husband got in his big black Land Rover and started chasing us to try and find us around the blocks. And luckily, because he's in a car and we're on feet, we can escape down these little walking alleys and stuff. But he'd drive round to try and find us. And he actually parked next to me. Everyone else ran away in different directions, and I was the last one running. And he quickly drove, parked next to me, super fast, and held his arm out of the window to try and catch me. And I dodged it, luckily, and ran straight into this kind of block area and ended up hiding in a bush. And he was walking around shouting "You little shits! You come back here and you knock it all around, I'll smack you." Come to think of it, you would have gone to prison if you had hit me there.
Yeah,
but I didn't think about that when I was that old.
No, not at all.
But when you're that old, you don't think about it. He should have thought about it.
That's a lot worse than our knock-a-door runs. We just had a woman chase after us with a wooden spoon. That's about it. It was very sort of old London TV kind of style woman in an apron, and just has this wooden spoon, and she'd chase us all around the flats, and we just used to love it because she could never catch us. She was in no state to catch us ever.
Well, if she was using a wooden spoon to catch you, I imagine she wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, I don't think she was using it.
Did she stick it to her feet with sellotape? And
no, it was kind of a not. It wasn't being used as a net, if that's what you're trying to say. She wasn't trying to net us with a spoon. I think it was more to bludgeon our faces in.
She could have used it as a lasso, tied the spoon to a rope and then thrown it around her head.
She's not that good. Jesus.
You said it as if you did it a lot.
We do it a lot. We lived in
still do it a lot.
We lived in a council estate, so it was perfect. There was doors everywhere. Obviously, if you got it wrong, there's a small chance you would die. But most of the time, we didn't, because I'm still here. Another anticlimactic story.
Let's go get chased by Spoon Woman.
She was scary. The adrenaline was just. Whoa.
God, you got to think how many times we almost died when we were young. I'm surprised, not more people are dying when they're younger. just from being bludgeoned to death with a spoon because they knock a door and run on some guy's door.
That would be a news article, wouldn't it?
That would be.
Kid bludgeoned to death because of knocking on a door and running.
God, this has all got a bit
spoon.
It's all got a bit morbid, hasn't it?
I guess because we're watching a game,
people on the screen.
Murder simulator.
You're not. Yeah. Oh God.
It's that fat cop that would never get away.
She shot him in his leg just to make it harder.
I wanted to play with the guy. I thought he was going to pick up another gun, but he didn't. He just ran.
Have you guys ever been to a foam party?
A foam? Oh, I thought you said phone party. No,
not a phone party. That'd be crap. Everybody on their phones, wouldn't they? No, it was like a silent headphone disco. So everyone had these headphones on. They all had different channels. And if you really wanted to, you could take your headphones off and listen to everyone shrieking. But it was better to keep them on. But we went there, and I'd had about a litre of gin. We were in halls, so I'd already fallen down all the stairs and halls to get out. And when we got there, I must have gotten through about 6 pairs of headphones just from flinging my head about. Because they'd be on my head, and I'm like, yeah, let's do all this dancing, let's do all this raving. And then I flung my head so hard, literally the headphones flew into the middle of the crowd, and I was like, oh, fuck.
So you just get more and they give it to you?
No, I went and found it, but it was missing the batteries, so I gave it to one of my friends, because you can hand in your headphones once before they're like, what the fuck you doing? Stop it. So I was handing them to all my friends to give back so I could get them back, and that's how I was doing it. But the main part of this story is I didn't know it was a foam party. So I was right next to the front, and then suddenly someone goes, foam! And I turn around, and I'm pretty much just eating a ton of this foam as it comes out of the tube right next to my face. Fairly sure I got lung cancer from that. It was grim. But at the time I was so drunk I didn't care. That was an accurate representation.
Well, I think we'll call it a wrap there. We've had enough group stories today. This has been Talkshow Tuesdays with your host, DuhShronky. And co-hosting with me today was Rohoolio and Noxite.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Bye-bye.
watching. Bye.